Ressha Sentai Kizunager, Bond 49, The Kizunagers and the New World Daybreak. A few moments ago in the streets of Avallost City in another world, Regulus McVolt, Teltina's ex-fiancé, and Emperor Goddess, Teltina's father, leads the royal guards and the people around the village to help the Kizunagers take down the bonded king's army for good, whilst Jitigan, Kizuna Black, and Shaoichi Ikigami, Kizuna Crimson, are leading the citizens of Japan to battle against the Ingekons as well back on Earth as they witness a portal opening up in the sky to see that the Kizunagers are so close to make their dream come true. But then Tsuji and Shaoichi witness an explosion from a distance and worried for their friends battling against the bonded king on their own. Meanwhile at the quarry, the bonded king, as the Meikai Bondki, have taken down the Kizunagers, Togo, Nager, Emily, Shuji, Tsukasa, Tenri, Kiyohiro, Loji, Rainaya, Azra, Teltina, and Yidra, by destroying their bond plates and Kizuna braces to prevent them from transforming again, as he began to corrupt the portal to use his dark bond energy to spread the infection like wildfire to turn everyone around Earth and another world into ravaged animals to feast on their bond energy and mana energy. But Togo and his friends would not allow the bonded king to start the new world daybreak as they tried to take him down without their powers, as the bonded king has proven to be even more powerful than the Kizunagers since he has devoured the Kizuna Master's bond energy and King Lotus mana energy to transform himself into a Bondki monster. He tells the Kizunagers that both the future and past will feel the same pain and suffering that he went through when he lost his friends to the New World Daybreak in his timeline. But Togo yells at the bonded king and tells him that even if they don't have their powers anymore and they have lost their Kizuna beasts as well, they will still keep on fighting to protect the people's bonds from being corrupted or taken away. As the other Kizunagers get up and join Togo to perform their roll call. Togo, the warrior of feverish friendship; Nager, the warrior of pristine trust; Emily, the warrior of bright promises; Shuji, the warrior of rock-hard unity; Tsukasa, the warrior of unfettered love; Tenri, the warrior of untold destiny; Kiyohiro, the warrior of musical loyalty; Loji, the warrior of shocking justice; Rainaya, the warrior of everlasting hope; Azra, the warrior of smashing compassion; Teltina, the warrior of overflowing peace; and Yidra, the mage of elemental affinity. This made all of the legend bond plates from the portal to react to the Kizunagers' everlasting bond energy to make the bonded king's body unstable, and forces the Kizunager bonded ki to come out for Togo to retrieve and transform it into 12 Kizunager legend bond plates for each member to use, which repairs their Kizuna braces. So now Togo and his friends inserts the Kizunager legend bond plates into their Kizuna braces to transform into the Kizunagers: red, blue, yellow, green, pink, silver, white, night, gold, orange, rise, and magus, to battle against the bonded king one last time to cleanse all of his dark bond energy. As the Kizunagers summon their weapons and activate their super forms to catch the bonded king off guard while both Earth and another world were about to be fused together, Togo pulls out the rainbow bond plate and insert it into his Kizuna brace to activate his final form known as Kizuna Red, Rainbow Armor Mode, to inherit the Kizuna Master's godlike powers to help his friends finish this battle, as he pulls out the friending sword and the universe decaliber to weaken the bonded king a bit. As Togo used the victory and maximum bond plates to transfer the other Kizunagers' souls into them, he inserts them into his universe decaliber and charges at the bonded king while also avoiding his attacks to pierce through his armor to create an energy beam above them to ignite the Super Sentai's bond energy to cleanse the dark bonds from both Togo and the bonded king. So now Togo performs the Victory Maximum Kizuna final burning slasher to finally defeat the bonded king for good, to cleanse his dark bond energy, as both Earth and another world have completely fused together to create a new world, as the other Kizunagers witness the bonded king's armor shattering into pieces as he looks back at them and thank them for freeing him from his dark bonds before he vanishes into thin air, since they have prevented the new world daybreak from happening. As Togo and his friends lay on the ground as they are happy to successfully fuse their worlds together and finally defeat the bonded king for good, the people from Japan and Avallost City have made their way to the quarry SG, and Shaoichi runs towards them to congratulate them on their victory and making their dream come true, as the people labeled the Kizunagers as the new world saviors. 6 months later, Naga returns to his company, Banjoji Groups, alongside Professor Patchwork and the rest of the Demi-Human Federation, to rebuild his company into something new and renames it Banjoji Enterprises. Shuji is preparing to leave Japan for the next few months to finally fulfill his dream to join the military, but stays in Japan for a couple more months to spend some time with his new girlfriend, Yolt, the winged Demi-Human. After asking her out on a date, Emily and Ezra watched the students of Ido University finally graduating for 2026 as they decided to retire from being teachers and explore the new world to see where their future lies. At the Avallost Palace, Regulus demands Logi to take his place as Teltina's fiancée, since she seems to be more comfortable with him and he knows about Logi's feelings towards her. This made Logi happy to be by Teltina's side as her future husband, as Emperor Goddess is pleased that Teltina has someone to look after her just like her brother, Alto. At the Falling Kit, Professor Pythagoras gives his position as the mentor of the Kizunagers to Teneri, since he believes that he has served his purpose long enough and decided to retire at last. In the streets of the New World, Tsuji became a police officer to begin his new role as the #1 police officer, and Shaoichi decided to stay in his dimension since his world already has a Red Ranger. Tsukasa started to be a matchmaker for the people around the new world to find their ideal spouses to spread love and affection. Kiyohiro has made it in the idol industries to have his music heard around the new world, as he is now called the Bond Singer. Reinayo welcomes the humans and demi-humans to the Sun Forest to form a bond with the other elves to see which one of them could take on the mantle of Amen, just like Tayo Ainuma and her father, Raven. Meanwhile, at the Arviln family mansion, Yura hangs up the royal scepter to the wall as she is happy that she and Togo have achieved their goal of creating the new world, until Poseidon, Yura's butler, demands Yura to come downstairs for something important. As Yura makes her way downstairs and noticed that Togo showed up with his friends to announce something to her, he explains to Yura about their whole journey together of creating a new world after defeating the Bansouenders, the Demon Clan, the Undead Army, and the Bansouenders, as he pulls out a small box with a ring inside of it and asks Yura to officially marry him to continue the rest of their lives together. This made Yura blushed intensely and speechless about Togo's proposal, as she fainted on the ground in front of him and the other Kizunagers and run towards her to see if she's okay, but unaware that one surge of dark bond energy was left behind and plans to inherit the powers of a Super Sentai team with music and nostalgia.